Hello, welcome to Bonsai Therapy. Today we're going to be working on a few plants, maybe not in one video only, maybe we're going to have to do this in two videos. We're going to start with this Moonshadow Euonymus. I don't even know how to say this, but I got this plant yesterday. It's pretty cool. I like the color of it, variegated. It's really nice. And kind of yellowish and green, like you can see the leaves. The leaves are pretty nice, pretty cool. I'm gonna get it like a little closer so you can see better. Going around with it a little bit, and this is basically what we have. I'm going to have to trim a few branches a lot, and this tree it's grows like very close to the ground, so it's like these tendrils all over the place. And the problem with the tendrils is like if the branches get too close to one another, the tendrils will get the branches stuck on each other. So it's not a good thing. Let's see if I can show you here. I'm gonna approximate this thing. Just somewhere over there. You can see better how it is. Right here, these two branches are stuck together because of the tendrils. I'll remove the tendrils and I will show you how it is. And then as I separate it, I will try to give you a better view of it. The thing is, these two branches here, there's two branches, these two are stuck together, and it's pulling the tree down, the branches down, which is the natural because it's a ground cover plant, and I'm going to try to grow it up more, but yeah, we're gonna have like some work over there because I need to separate those branches and take all the stuff that keeps them together. I really don't want to just separate them, like push them apart. I'd rather go maybe with a scissor and go and do some work on it. And I want to show you. As we open up the plant, I'm going to show you. These two are really like stuck together. And then the branches start growing around, and it's a huge mess. So basically what we do, we just cut this tendrils here that keep the plant together. I'm gonna have to lose a few branches too. And here I can probably, as we start cutting this thing, this is all, they all stuck. There you go. Managed to separate them, and I will show you finally in a second how this thing takes over the plant in not such a nice way. So this branch, I had to cut it, and this gives you an idea of how this thing works. Let me see if I can show you. See this tendrils go between the branches, and they they pull the branches together, and the branches get stuck together, which hinders the development of the tree. Yeah, I guess this is what the tree uses to grab the ground so we can expand. Yeah, so I took this one out. I want to try not to take a lot, and then it ends up killing the branches because the branches don't get enough sun, because they're going vertical to a point, not really horizontal as if they were on the ground. And there are lots of those tendrils all over the plant, and this is going to be like the worst to take out. Might take a while. I'm gonna go with the scissor. Some of them, they come out by hand like pretty easy, but the ones that are already grown and stuck together, those are like the worst. And then it keeps doing the same all over all over the branch of the plant, which is not really a good thing. Well, it's a good thing in the plant natural growth pattern, because in plant needs this to just stay stuck to the ground. But when we talk about like the plant growing upright, it's not a good thing. Let me see if I can show you here another one. Get closer. There's too many leaves on this plant as it is, so it doesn't make it easier. Like here is the same. If I do this now, here is the same thing. It kind of looks like bird nests all over. I'm gonna try to pull it up by hand. I really don't want to cut these branches too much, and I want to show you. Then I show what I'm talking about. There you go. See, these grow all over the branches, and it pulls the branches together. So that's why what I think that is what's going to happen with this plant. We're going to have to keep the branches as far apart as possible, because they don't even have to be strong branches like this one to do that. You have to remove all this. This is going to take a while, and I really don't want to keep like the tree this tall right now. So I'm going to prune like some of it as we go. But yes, as a decent trunk, move it closer. As you can see, the trunk is fairly decent, and I want to do this for now. This is going to be my front. Maybe my front, because there's some nice movement to the sides, and this goes a little far from the viewer, but we can always guide the growth upright a little bit more. And I think as soon as we take care of all these tendrils, the plant is going to be growing fine, as long as I said, as we don't let these branches like grow too close to one another, and we might come up with a nice plant in the end. But I think branch back here is a bit too strong for the scissor to cut, so gotta be a little more drastic in here. This one is still a young branch. It's coming this side. There you go. Took this one out. Now here, I have a choice to make if I want to keep this as a twin trunk over there, but I'd rather take this one out and get this one as the apex. Like here, maybe you can see better. This is like grow. There's a lot of growth. So there's one branch here, there's another branch there. I don't want to keep them both, so I'm going to remove the smallest one, the weakest one. But the thing is, with all the tendrils at the bottom, gotta be very careful cutting these branches, because you don't have a clear view of where stuff starts and ends, because tendrils kind of are almost like a new trunk, the way they grow. I'm just trying to remove them by hand. This is a tough job. But we'll get it. We'll get it done. I was trying to do this without moving the tree too much in the pot. And I'm really not going to repot it today because there's going to be a lot of cutting to do here. And I don't want to cut like too much, especially because I really don't know how this tree reacts to drastic interventions. So I really don't want to go too crazy with it right now. But yeah, see, every little intersection, every little bifurcation has these tendrils all over. So I think we want to keep these branches as individually spread as possible, so we don't run the risk of the plant get into too much into its natural ways of growing. This is very rubberish also, the branches themselves. Now we open up a little bit more in here. See, we open a little bit more in here, kind of comfortable with this distance between these two branches. Now, you're not going to be able to see a lot on this tree the way it is. So I'm just going to be removing some stuff here, probably just getting these branches like lower, like smaller, cut them a little bit, trim them a little bit, and let it grow again so I can figure it out and work it little by little as it grows. I think I got myself in a big trouble with this one. Me and the habit of like trying to get new things. I don't have any idea what they are, what they do, and yeah. But that's the only way. That's the only way, I guess, you learn and you develop your skill. Take this one a little bit more. I don't want to have like a lot of leaves on this, like too many, because compaction. If I start compacting these leaves too much, it's not good because it kind of invites a ton of pests and bugs. I really don't like bugs a lot. Well, the bed bugs, good bugs at least. I'm just gonna cut everything that is growing closer to the trunk. You can just mostly like pull it out by hand. See, we gain some space here, and I'm probably not going to be touching it too much. I really don't like to have those two branches coming straight from the same position, but now that I can see what's going on, I am going to remove one of these. One of these, just to pick one. This would probably be a nice tree for a cascade, I would think, because it has a tendency to grow. It has a tendency to spread. So when any plant that has a tendency to spread, it's good for cascade. And this probably would be a nice one. Cascade. But right now, as I said, I just want to to do some work on trimming those leaves. I also don't have any idea if this plant would be good for like leaf reduction. Maybe, but can only find out if you actually try. Now this one here, this little, I'm getting used to these things. We still have a lot of leaves. This one here is going up, so it would be a good option if I just decide to take these three and just keep this one, because these are growing a little bit too long my taste, and they got like more tendrils here. It's tendrils here. I don't know if you can see the separation there, because they're so close. These two branches are so close that they run the risk of getting stuck together. See this? This thing is like insane. It goes all over the place. I don't know. I don't know if I did a good idea. If I had a good idea buying this one, but hey, only time will tell. I mean, I just bought it because the leaves look so cool, so maybe I'll give it a shot. But I think it's going to be a bit really problematic to deal with, and I'm going to take like, it's dividing here, it's dividing there too. So I'm just going to go, probably just take it out of there. Smaller. One going here. Over here. Well, this seems to be drastic, but the way I see it, it's not going to be a bad thing, because we really don't want this stuff to get together. So this one here is dividing by 2. I'll probably just keep it as like the apex. The apex, but with this one growing straight. Because if this one goes straight and I just got rid of this tree here, keep this one, it's going straight, so there's not going to be like that confusion over there, and the risk of the tendrils like taking over the entire branch. So yeah, this is going to be a little drastic, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, let's do this thing. Cut it straight here. Then, as you can see, we took a lot. I don't even know if this this cutting is with a root well or not. So this is what we got now. I gotta tell you, on these branches, like even the new growth, it's pretty strong. I can feel like resistance cutting it with the branch cutter. The scissors are not really doing a really nice job, and they kind of can basically take these ones by hand. And even though these ones kind of cross each other, this one goes like this, and this one then goes behind it like that, I don't think it would be a problem. And now over here, we got more tendrils all over the place. Well, I'm calling this thing tendrils, I don't even know, but yeah, because they like reaching. I think they reach for like humidity, and what happens is like the top of the leaves the humidity on the branches attracts the tendrils to it. So here we go. I think this one is pretty much done. There's not a lot to do now. I just wanted to let it grow. I'm going to have to, as it grows, I'm going to have to, pay attention to it so it doesn't start catching up. We're going to start like branches like getting too close together. We have some nice separation now, so I'm fine. We could use some cleaning over there. There's like a dead one. And then what happens is some of these branches die because they don't see the light. And as they don't see the light, there's no photosynthesis like being performed. Not over here. Move it. There we go. Stop now. So yeah, this is it. This is the first job here, and I'm doing this also because since I'm going on vacation, I want to leave like these plants in a decent shape so that they can weather. Because I'm not going to be the one here like watering them and doing all that stuff. And of course my kids have instructions, but they don't know that much, so I cannot fault them if something happens. Because it's not their thing. Cut another one over here. So we can only hope this plant comes up like strong after this. I'm not going to touch the root system. I'm not going to move it to another pot right now. I'm just going to keep it as it is. And then when I come back, I will like take care of that. It's not going to be a full repotting anyway. I'm just going to move it to a bigger pot as it is, and then just like add some more soil, just to release the pressure on the roots, because this is not a big pot. So this is what we got. This is the Euonymus Moonshadow, or a Moonshadow Euonymus. I'm having trouble saying that word. I'm sorry. It's bad enough that English is my second language, and then you throw me these words, and yeah, it's not easy. So I could actually just try to grow these cuttings, but they don't look that cool and dandy. There's too many tendrils to work with, and I bet the tendrils will take some energy out of the plant too. So I'm going to just keep it like that. I'm just going to leave it outside and expect some more growth. There's some small leaves I want to remove if I can find my scissors. I don't want this to be too packed together. This is going down. We'll need this. That is going to go on top of this one, and that's risky. It's a little risky. Yep, but I guess we are done with this one for the day. I hope you liked it. It's like a fast one, but not all the operations and all the stuff that we do on the trees has to be long. Sometimes, shorter is better because you don't want to risk too much, go injuring the tree or not help the development of it. So that's it. And one of the good things, like when you start having like more than a certain number of trees, it's nice because you give the trees, especially when you're starting, you give your trees some rest. Like when you're starting, you always want to work on your trees, always want to go and do this and do that and do that, and sometimes you just overdo it. And when you overdo it, you might kill the tree. I am usually kind of very cautious because, as you guys know, my knowledge is very limited, so I don't want to intervene too much on the trees to a point of no return. So I'm, sometimes I could do more, but I rather not. I just want to see how the tree is going to come up if whatever I did worked, and then the next time I kind of have a better knowledge of the plant, and then I kind of might go a little harder on it. But right now I rather just keep it like simple, and and I think this one has potential. Probably too much potential for my capabilities, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and I hope it goes nice. It's the tree's strong, so I'm not very worried about it. But I will have definitely to repot it when I come back next month. Because these are very like really kind of shallow roots, and these pots I don't like these pots for like shallow roots, because shallow roots need space to develop, and we don't like to be developing down. We want to be developing in the spread, in a way that spreads more. So finally, yeah, I'm done. You guys have a good day. Go grow something awesome, and experiment with your trees, and get trees. Just as I said, the more trees you get, the more rest you give to your trees between working them, and that's a good thing. And the more you learn. So stay sharp, be good or not, but have a good day.